I'm not ever looking at the camera, am I? I'm so f***ing autistic. Welcome everyone to Did You Learn Something? That's right, the show finally has a name. We are out of the audio test phase, but kinda just in the get you started and tease it a little bit phase. Over the course of my life, I've done a lot of dumb shit, and while doing said shit, I hurt myself a lot. And often, while laying there crying on the ground, my father would say to me, "Did you learn something?" You know, John Gula is a wise man, and I did usually learn something, and actually kind of turned that into a lifelong love of learning. You know, I always said that I would stay in school forever if I could, but this is America. Who can afford that? Well, I'm gonna tell you about some dumb shit that other people have done, and then we'll talk about what they learned, and then hopefully by the end of it, you will have learned something. So there was something that happened fairly recently in the news that I found astounding. Let's get into it. There is a lot of talk about AI these days. I mean, AI has done some scary things like inventing its own language. It's done some astounding things like performed perfect surgeries on dead pigs, but you know, it's baby steps. So it's clear it's coming for our jobs. Well, there's a company called Anthropic, and they're doing a lot of research in AI, so you don't have to, I guess. Anyways, they're interested in things like how does AI actually function for businesses? And they wanted to test that to see if AI could actually run a little business. So in their offices, they set up an experiment and they wanted to see could AI run a small vending machine business in their office? It's a common business. A lot of times people will outsource their vending machines to an employee who owns one. Sometimes they'll outsource it to small local businesses, and sometimes they'll give it to Big Pepsi, unless you're a Coke man. This is your opportunity to leave your comments, your guesses, and then, you know, be honest. Tell us if you're right at the end. And now it's your normal kind of vending machine, something that has snacks, maybe some Mars bars. Does anybody even eat Mars bars? How old am I? You know, probably had some chips. I love those Uncrustables sandwiches, and there was a knockoff called Jamwiches at a job I had back in the day. I ate those things like they were crack. Now, it didn't take long for things to get weird, and it started to actually figure out I'm gonna order some stuff that I guess AI is interested in, like tungsten cubes. What is a tungsten cube? Well, it's a very dense metal, but not really something you could eat. Maybe a robot in the future would eat it. It also decided to order office supplies. And you know, a lot of this is harmless enough, but then it got greedy. And this vending machine, I guess, offered free sodas for the employees. Well, it started marking them up and charging. They ran this test for a few weeks and then decided they had gathered enough data. And ultimately, I'd say it was a bit of a failure. And while AI is getting pretty good, I don't think it's coming for our jobs quite yet. Is it killing the planet? Probably. Does it use way more water than it should while most of the world doesn't have potable drinking water? Yes. But I really like turning myself into little Studio Ghibli animations.